How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be showcasing a noise complaint that was in the workshop recently. I'm going to be going over the very simple steps I used to diagnose that noise fault and fix that problem. Okay, so just a little bit of a background information on this. This was one that came from another workshop. Unfortunately, they weren't able to pinpoint down exactly what was going on. They had their ideas, but they weren't 100% definitive in the actual fault. Customer decided to take it away, bring it to us, have a second opinion, and another mechanic looked at it and he asked for my input in it. Now, when you're having these type of faults, you're going to have to go through a certain process to diagnose it. And like all of my videos, these are real world problems, so I'm going to be including the audio clip on how this presents when you're in the cabin. So that's the actual noise you can hear come on and off when you're test driving, and exactly like that, but it's when you're going forward or if you're going back, it's that load shifting movement. The customer did mention that if she's driving on the motorway, if she's driving around town constantly, the noise goes away. And that's understandable because how this noise presents is when the load is shifting. So when you're having a load shifting problem like this, when the power is coming on and going off, that is when the fault is coming in and coming out. So if you put it in a forward gear, you get that noise. Put it in a reverse gear, you get that noise. So the first thing I want to do after the test drive is bring it into the workshop and replicate that fault. Now bear in mind the customer was waiting in the office while I was doing this, so this was a very quick and simple examination of this vehicle to be able to pinpoint this fault. What you want to do is be able to replicate the symptom in a safe environment as possible. And what I did was, on the four-poster, I jack the vehicle up, it's nice and secure, and I get a competent second person to work alongside me. The only thing I want them to do is move the load on and off a couple of times so I can be under the vehicle checking the driveline system to see what is going on. And with this clip I'm going to show you here, this was the very first look underneath and how easy it was to pinpoint this fault.
Yeah, go again. Alright.
So as you could see there, the left-hand drive shaft, the inner part of that left-hand drive shaft had failed. Now what's inside on that drive shaft is a tripod joint. On the inner part you've got your constant velocity joint on the outer part, but that tripod joint that you have, one of those bearings, if not two of them, had failed. I could see the rocking motion. I'll show it to you again once more here so you can see. And that clear visible evidence showcases that that part was gone, needed to be fixed. I was able to speak to the customer straight away and we were able to get the part in. A new drive shaft was ordered on the shelf and we were able to fix this problem immediately. Here's just a clip of the new part versus the old one. But the most thing I want to focus in here on is replicating symptoms will always make it easier to diagnose them. The other workshop failed by just test driving it and then not knowing exactly where they were looking. They were grabbing different items, but they obviously didn't grab the inner part of that drive shaft to be able to find and fix this fault. When the weight is down on the vehicle too, you might not necessarily, if it wasn't as bad as this, get a bit of movement, so it's going to be more difficult to find. But I thought this video would help people in their diagnosing. Now, if you're doing this at home and if you're trying to do this by yourself, there is ways to replicate it, but again, you have to be extremely safe when doing it. This is very similar to what you do when you're diagnosing an engine mount. Having a second person there, having it set up nice and safe, and just applying the load enough on and off, you can replicate the fault and easily find and fix that problem.
Do it again.
Really hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it useful and informative. If you did, please like, share, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.